lakini najua sasa hizi conference, main conference, tunasomesha kwa mambo mengi sana hizo ni that we don't come.
Unaendaga?
We don't well, yes.
Ukweli kuna kuongea hizo vitu?
Yeah, these days we are even doing it virtually. Already a physical.
For real? I don't need to
kitu ya kwanza kama unaenda kuwanja if you are sleeping out, mtu aogange na sabuni.
Maji tupu. Maji tujaje.
Wacha nitajua mtu anaoga bila sabuni. Nitajua hapa kuna mahali unafanya.
Hiyo ni Mwakenya hiyo.
Let me tell you, mwanamke anataka kukushika, atakushika. Mtu mkana wako akakugulia bath and body wax. Zenye zita smell the whole day. You come, I smell you. If I am that petty. Hello fam, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is BeyondTheMark podcast with Pam Paula. This is Paula and this is Pam, and this is where we talk about love, sex, marriage, relationships, and issues affecting our society. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you don't have to miss any of our videos. And if you are a return subscriber, tunakupenda. Thank you for consuming our content.
Yes guys, this is episode 3. Yes, this is episode 3 of season 3, and in this episode we're discussing dowry. We're discussing dowry. Is dowry necessary? What has dowry, how was it like before? What are the changes that have happened today? And yeah, we have a guest with us that is going to introduce themselves.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Paula. My name is Oswald Mwenda from Chuka. Chuka is in Tharaka County. I work in Nairobi, but I live in Chuka. I am not a very old man, so when we are discussing dowry, don't view me like a very old person. I work for Kenya Revenue Authority. I do law, I do tax issues, and currently I'm doing mediation. I am a certified mediator, East and Central Africa. So that's what I do as my, what you guys call side hustle. On issues of our tradition and culture, I happen to have grown in a society where I had old people around me, my grandparents, my villagers, and I really happen to interact with them in my day-to-day life. And there's quite a lot of information that we shared, and they passed it to me. And well, I can't say that I'm a cultural expert, but I can say that I have some insight on things that used to happen days back. Thank you.
Kwa nini umekataa kuitwa mbabas? Umesema wewe si mzee. How old is you? Umekataa hiyo sana. I am not old.
I'm not old. Just in case.
Yes, very umekatana nayo sana.
The interpretation of Mubabas, I think it has been corrupted. I think
To discuss.
Mubabas is
We know.
for you to qualify to be a Mubabas, then there is a young female behind you. That is now that's what gives you the qualification.
So we are beside you.
No, you're not behind me. So by that one, I don't know. I think I needed to get some lessons on how to be one.
Would you like to be one?
Well, even if there is a feel good.
But now, as you can see, we have a change of location. We are at Enlightened Generation International. This is a place where they advocate for children's rights. They advocate for children's rights. This is a place where if you feel like your rights have been violated as a child, as a woman, they will take care of you. If you need therapy, they have counselors that will also talk to you. Like if you need any kind of help that you're going through, you can contact them and they are sure going to help you. So let's dive into this video. Kadure, how have you been?
my week was it was a tiresome week, but then a shocking one.
What happened?
I have noticed there was an incident that is going around that a woman killed the man, and I was like, wait,
What is happening?
What
in
is
society?
where? Yes, where did we lose it? What happened?
I think
What is going on?
I think we are experiencing such cases also, right? They are very,
Yes,
very,
yes,
very
yes, they are
prominent
becoming
right
very
now.
rampant. But again, when you say a woman killed a man,
Uh-huh.
you also need to define who is this man for you to qualify to be killed by your wife. I think that's where you need to start. Probably you are not a man as at the point you are killed.
Okay, I think I can defend this situation. Looking at the guy, I think he was very short. So he was at a disadvantage.
The height.
Yes. He was at a disadvantage, honestly.
Wait,
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
Do we kill short people?
Unajaribu kusema.
What I'm trying to say is, alikuwa at a disadvantage because anauliza, what kind of a man was he to be killed? Alikuwa
short.
Unajua sasa alishindwa hata kujidefend. Labda huyu mama alishika hii kitu alikuwa ameona nayo juu kabisa.
Angefikia. I mean, I'm not trying to. Lakini ndio sasa umesema sisi watu wafupi tufanye nini?
I really don't know. Listening from the story, this is a family.
Yeah.
This was an husband and a wife, and I read from the social media that they had even the firstborn is a teenager, around 16 years. So, assuming that this is a child who was conceived during the subsistence of that marriage, then these are people who have been together for 16 years. Yes.
Yeah.
So, when you get to a point of being a militant in the house, then there's a problem, and I think that is now what we are calling there now the moral decay in the institutions that we have, marriages, the relationships. Yeah.
Okay.
Sijasema kitu by the way.
Okay. I apologize.
Pama alikuwa ameweza kuniangalia na macho yake.
Exactly. No, today we are talking about dowry.
Yes.
In every perspective. Tukianzia hivi Oswald, did you pay your dowry? By the way, are you married?
Yes. Hujambia watu.
Kwa nini unamsemea yes?
Kwa nini nimesema yes hajambia watu?
Oh.
I can only answer it in
Yes.
one word. Happily.
Wow.
But now you see,
I told you,
It
it
works.
works.
Yes.
Hey,
It
People
was.
are
I've
happily
been married
with-
for, this is my 17th year.
and you remember.
Yes,
Kuna
yes.
men wana remember hizi
Full of
days.
breeze. Full of breeze.
wow.
Yeah.
Tell me, umelipa dowry?
I cannot say sijalipa na nimelipa kwa sababu it's a process. It's a
Okay.
process that
But you started.
I've started it, and I don't think I can pay my dowry during my lifetime. It's something that can last quite a couple of years. So yeah, nalipa na naendelea kulipa na nililipa. Yeah.
What is dowry?
I think dowry, to my understanding of dowry, is should be a gift. Should be a gift, a token of appreciation that is paid by the family of the man, the family of the lady that you intend to marry.
Eh?
Yes.
Oh, mwanaume ndiye analipa kwa wasichana ama msichana ndiye analipa?
No, mwanaume ndiye analipa, that's a dowry. Lakini kwa Wahindi they call it bride price. Sasa ni madem. Madem sasa ndio wanalipa, the parents of madem ndio wanalipa kwa parents za machari.
Sasa niko na swali, you're from Kenya.
Yes.
And you're getting married to an Indian. Will you pay the bride price?
Why would you do me?
I really don't understand what will happen in that scenario. I don't know. Taifa kweli? I don't know. But you see, it's a case by case. So
I have a friend
yes.
who is dating a Indian. Nilikuwa nataka kujua kama atalipa dowry.
I think she has a problem. She needs to first establish kwa sababu. But again, I also
Establish what?
establish what is likely to happen in a scenario.
Like, what would happen?
Because now, if the parents of the guy starts demanding for gold rings, because I hear that's what they ask for.
Yeah.
It's golden rings, golden bangles. Sasa hizo tutatoa wapi huko kwetu? We can't even afford the copper one.
We just tell them
I
we're driving.
am married,
it
but I
cheap.
don't even have a ring. You see, that's the problem we are in.
We just drive in goats, sheep and cows.
Yeah, but
We do dowry our way. Tukienda huko tutafanya dowry our way. See, if you're going
what
to
you
a
need to do,
different
kama
culture,
unaenda
you
huko
need
basi mumadirisha isikue bride price ikue ni dawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pays.
He pays.
That's better.
Yeah.
At least
Maybe.
unaona binti yangu amesaidika kidogo.
You're a sister skipper.
Lakini unajua tena kwa Wahindi, they are also guided by the Quran. They are a bit, they do their things so religiously. The Hindus, and I think you understand, Hindu is a culture. It's
Yeah.
not a religion. There is now, especially this. There are very many cultures within Hinduism. There are the Sheikhs, there are the Ismailis, the Sunnis. So they all do their things differently. So it will be it's a case by case. You understand? Huyu sasa huyu wako anajua chali yake ni wa culture yake. Is he a Hindu? Is he a Muslim?
Anajua.
And if he is a Hindu, which caste in that community?
Nitamuuliza.
So you should not look at the man from a face value. Angalie hata vitu zingine.
Come anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are
Let's
not.
get back to the topic. Rafiki yangu amesaidika. Let's get back to the topic. Sasa get back to Kenya. Take us back now to the history of, okay, not the history of dowry, but take us back to how dowry used to happen before. To some time our parents, maybe we have a better understanding of the time our parents and maybe our grandparents, kidogo, and now the changes that have happened now.
Yeah.
Well, when you speak about Kenya, Kenya is big and we have quite a number of tribes who subscribe to different cultures.
Yeah.
But I may not be able to speak about every individual tribe. I can only speak about my tribe, which at least I have some authoritative information.
Yeah.
In this case, I would wish to speak about the Chuka community and maybe Meru and part of Tharaka and Mbere, because those communities tend to have some similarities in how we do our things. Yeah, so my tribe is Meru, but when I say Meru again, Meru is large. Meru is made up of 6 tribes. There's the Chuka, Mwimbe, Tharaka, Mudhambi, Tiganias, Igembes, and Imentis. So I come from Chuka. Chuka, we do it differently from Meru. So here in Chuka, people give goats for dowry. In Meru, they give sheep. Now you see again there is that.
Yeah.
Kwa nini wanapeananga sheep?
I think they give what they have. Now, yes,
Sheep.
yes.
You know.
You are looking at it from, but sheep as they attach more value to sheep than we do here.
But
So,
we do know the.
Here we even
capacity
believe
of
goat meat is tastier than sheep. But when you close over there, sheep is more tasty. So when it happens during our grandparents' time, things were not as they are. Things like livestock, there was not much livestock here. A lot of it was from the lower side, the Tharaka side. That's where you find a lot of livestock. So we used to do it, or rather they used to do it very differently from how we are doing it, because again there was no money, the currency that we have. So there is no way you could be made to pay money that you don't have, or goods or livestock that you don't have. Now, the whole definition, as we started by saying, dowry is paid in kind, and it is for the purpose of creating a relationship. Yes.
Okay.
That is the primary reason why we pay
Between who
dowry.
and who?
Between 2 families. There is now the guy's family and there's the lady's family.
So
So it's the whole family, not
It's
like
the whole
the
family.
two.
No. Marriage is an institution which used to bring together family and community. Sometimes 2 communities come together.
Okay.
So, but the actors are this Charlie and Jaman. These are the actors. But two families and 2 communities have been involved. So when a man is initiated, the next thing is he identifies a lady to marry. So once you identify a lady, you report. You don't bring her home. You report to your parents or your father that you have spotted a lady from this and this family. So what they do first, they used to do a fact finding. Remember, those are the times when there are families that had witches.
Oh, yeah.
So there is no way I would allow my daughter to get married to a family that practices witchcraft. So they will do a fact finding first. How is that family? There are even families that will produce thugs and thieves. So yes. It's so what they'll do. They first identify, is that really a good family where I would want my daughter to go? If yes, they will give this guy a go ahead. If no, they will just warn the guy and tell him yes.
So they used to marry from within.
Yeah. You see now.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
let's give an example of my parents.
Yeah.
My mom is from the down area,
Yeah.
and my dad is from the upper
Upper
side.
side.
So let's say if my dad went and reported that he has spotted someone, his parents would do some fact finding.
Yeah, but you know now that your father's case is very recent. I'm addressing your grandparents.
Okay.
When it was very rare to find your grandfather having married in Embu or in Meru. Chances are that they will marry around.
Okay.
So that is what they will do, and then once they give you a go ahead, obviously now this lady is taken. Now the guys organize themselves in the night and bring this lady home to the guy's place.
At night.
Obviously, yes. At night. They used to happen during the night.
Why?
I don't know why they did it in the night.
Utaolewa usiku.
Utaolewa usiku.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you walk in a bride, you wake up a wife.
Okay.
So when that one happens, the parents will immediately go to the lady's parents and report. Mtoto wenu msimtafute ako kwangu. Niko naye kwangu, so msimtafute. Now, once you have reported and they know that their daughter is safe, the next thing will be now, these parents will now sit and organize themselves to formally make a report. And how they used to do it, they would deliver a goat to the lady's parents. And in this case, it had to be a castrated goat, male goat. And there is usually a way of doing it. It can be mechanically castrated, or it can be castrated by bringing in a young female. If you bring a young female accompanying the uncastrated one,
a young female goat.
A young female goat. Not a young female human being. So that one is presumed now to castrate the male. So and that now sealed the marriage. When it's delivered there, that lady is assumed to have been married.
Oh.
And there was nothing else. That's it.
Yeah,
then
was beautiful.
After that now.
I hope hakuna complications.
Yes. Going forward now to your case, Pam, your father's case, things started changing. There is now money, there is...
Our fathers paid money. I thought money in the generation.
Our dads paid money. No, he didn't pay money.
Well, it could have been money, or it could have been other items.
But to the value of...
Yes. Now, going forward, our community now started changing and started like more or less bringing a template to define what dowry is. In Chuka, and I believe now that is now where your father and probably your father now falls, and even my father, now they started codifying the whole thing, where now they assumed there must be a goat, the castrated goat. And they changed the name of the goat. Like now the goat will be used to close the house. So once it is delivered, it is supposed to be slaughtered and the meat is shared. It can be slaughtered immediately or it can be slaughtered after. But it cannot be retained. It cannot be kept.
What if you sell it alafu mgawane pesa?
No. It should be shared. And all the parties there should be able to enjoy the meat. That is now what now signifies that there is a marriage that is happening. So once that goat is slaughtered, again, there is now a presumption of marriage because the house is closed. And closing the house means this lady can no longer walk to a parent's home without the consent of the husband. Sasa huwezi amka tuseme leo acha nikalale kwetu. So I must consent as a husband. Yes. Now, once a goat has been slaughtered, the next thing is that now the party that the bride's party and the groom's party now sit down to agree, like, okay, this is a marriage. How now do we constitute it? That is now where they sit now to discuss what Paula is calling now the dowry. Usually in Chuka traditions, dowry is not really, it differs from family to family, but the many negotiations that I have attended, obviously they normally discuss around 15 goats. That's compulsory, the 15 goats. Then there is one heifer, that's a female cow. Then there is a bull. Those ones are compulsory for purposes of dowry. Then they also discuss things like beer. Ordinarily, what they used to do, they would tell the old man would, during now the tradition itself, the old man would tell the guy who is marrying, you'd dig a small hole behind his house and tell you know they used to, when they make their beer, the cork, they used to use the leaves to cork as a cork. So they will tell you, bring me enough beer, and you know where you throw now those leaves, I'll dig a small hole, you fill it with the leaves. That is to say, there is not enough beer that you can give to your father-in-law, because by the time you bring more beer, those leaves will have dried. So you tell you bring me a beer. Now that you have taken away my daughter who used to make me beer, now you'll be bringing me beer until you fill that hole, which is to say you will never give your father-in-law enough beer. No?
That one that used to enable
the
continuity.
That is the continuity. That's that every time you must be able to give to make sure that your father-in-law is well fed. Now,
so dowry
contemporary dowry haipaswi kuisha. Ukisikia imeisha now, it also means the marriage is likely to come to a close. So it's not supposed to end. When your father now, I want to believe your father must have given around 15 goats, a heifer, a bull, some bit of beer, but
it's real beer. It's like you give.
I have seen families that now do money instead of beer. I've even seen families that are doing money instead of goats. But why, for me, I believe goats should be the way to go, much as we don't have them. You know, when I tell you bring me goats, remember, I do not even have a farm to keep the goats. And even if I have the farm, how do I feed them? I don't even have any farm help. I don't have enough fodder. So, and the purpose of the goat is not to graze. It is to slaughter a goat for your father-in-law, yes. So what they would tell you is, you give me 15 goats, but it will be a plus when I feel like I need to eat some meat. Or when you also feel like, hey, umekaa sana bila kuona wazee, wacha niwaende nikawachinje.
So penny hizo 15 goats zote.
No, utanipea nitaweka wapi? So unakuja unanipatia moja saa hii, you can bring another one after a few years, kuja uchinje tukule another one after. That's why you realize your father is still paying the 15. Yeah?
So now,
and that is how it's supposed to be. Now when you give the female heifer, nikileta kwenu, what is supposed to happen? You graze it, you rear it. Ikizaa a female, the first female heifer is supposed to be brought back.
Okay.
In Kichuka we call it Ngaro. Ngaro, yeah. You bring it back as a sign of you appreciate ile ng'ombe nilikupatia. Sasa kama imezaa na kulete, now and I also bring it, I take care of it. Once it gives a first female heifer, na mimi narudisha huko. Consequently, you realize that my father who has been married for 48 years is still giving.
Yeah.
Bado unasikia nasema acha niende nikachinjie mzee, sijui wacha hii ng'ombe hii imezaliwa hapa ni ya huko.
So that was before, not now.
That was before, and some families are still practicing it. That includes me. I'm still practicing it. So far I've given 1 goat, I still have 14. And remember,
And how many years?
17.
Guys,
Yeah.
why are you not being joy like us?
Sasa amelipa moja bana.
Hey.
The only-
Amekaa na bibi 17
The only
years.
thing that you need to remember, if my father-in-law sat down to compute what he has been able to enjoy from me, I believe it runs into a couple of millions. Yes.
Because you've been able to keep
Yes,
that relationship.
Yes. There is a very close relationship. He's one person who will call me and we'll have a sitting, nimeona, I want to fence my compound, I want to put a perimeter and what do you think? Namwambia hii mzee, lori 5 ni zangu. That's about 100,000.
Now,
Hiyo hakuna mahali inahesabiwa kwa hizo mabuzi, mang'ombe. It's not being counted. Because my father-in-law has expressed a lot of respect for the son-in-law. So, in return, I respect him. And I have always felt indebted. That is why I always do things that promotes his happiness. And I also do things to make sure that the daughter, wherever she is happy.
So those things are not counted as dowry, those things that you're doing.
No, they will not be counted anyway.
Sasa utapeleka hiyo mbuzi nyingine aje?
Sasa hiyo nitapanga kama sasa December naenda kupeleka
Nyingine ya pili.
ya pili. And remember now hiyo ya pili,
Unapeleka
it's likely to cost me around 300,000. Hiyo mbuzi ya pili.
in which way?
In which way?
Because number one, I will not walk the goat. Remember there will be a party. And I have to take care of the budget. Away from the goat, there are still other things that I will carry around. There's only mzee sijakununulia suit for long, he needs a suit, the mother needs this, the aunties wants less sauce.
But
I
now,
have to carry masukali,
but
maunga.
now
Yes.
you're doing that in good faith.
In good faith. But
Not
the
that
the
because he has asked you or because amesema lazima anunuliwe
No,
suti.
no,
It's in
no.
good faith because you want to.
The only word here will be naenda kuchinjia mzee.
Awesome.
So tumeenda na mbuzi, but things that we have carried together with the goat, my friend, we are talking about thousands. Consequently, symbolically ni kuchinja mbuzi. And remember, even after that, maybe after a couple of years, I will still do it again and again.
So, God forbid, but in case of the demise of the father-in-law,
Yes.
do you still keep?
Yes. Because my wife does not belong to the father-in-law. It's a community.
So
Wait,
unapelekea
The
nani?
community is, there is the uncles, there are the aunties, there are the brothers, the cousins, the sisters. And that's why I started by telling you,
Wait.
marriage is an institution that brings in very many players. Very many players. It's not about mimi na bibi yangu and my father-in-law and mother-in-law. There's very many other players who are involved.
Let me ask you something. You've said that a person belongs to the community.
Yes.
There's a question that I have been asking myself for a very long time. Why? Okay, my family, if you see this, I'm not a very bad person.
Yes.
It's just a question that
Yeah,
I have been
yeah.
asking myself. Like, let's say for instance, Mimi today, I am getting married. What is the essence of my uncles and my aunties coming together to discuss
your worth.
to discuss my worth?
Yes.
To come and say that this man is supposed to give us this amount, these things and this he is supposed to do this and this.
Imagine
Whereas these people, I am not saying, because by the way, my uncle is very supportive now.
It's for purposes of this discussion.
Yes.
You are wondering why
I am
they
wondering
are
why.
being made to come and even sit to discuss you.
Exactly,
But
and
your marriage.
maybe
they have never been supportive.
yes, they have
of
never
your
they've
life.
never supported me.
Yeah, and they wish even the worst for you.
Exactly.
It's easy. You remember, during those times, our father's times, and even my time when I was in school, we used to say children belong to the community. That is why,
Why would I belong to the community and they are wishing me bad?
because those days, things have now changed. Those days, anybody would discipline a misbehaving child if found on the road.
True.
Because the community felt that they had a duty over that child. That includes if your uncle came and found you out of school, maybe for fees or for a pen and a book, you'd still buy the book and did not even go to demand a refund from your father. He felt he has that obligation. Going forward, things have now changed. Your uncle doesn't even know whether you go to school. Actually, we have even uncles who are happy when you drop out of school.
Exactly.
So, they're even happy when those marriages collapse. I've even seen situations where a whole uncle ama ndugu ya baba yako anasema mtoto wa so and so, mtoto wa bibi yangu hata siku hizi amekuwa malaya. He's forgetting that this child, he should be able to see this child like his own. But you see, he's bad mouthing mtoto wa brother yake. Now, use a community that lived in as one, we have now started living singularly as individuals. My uncle doesn't even know what happens in my father's compound. So, your father struggles to bring up his daughter. Now you are wondering, why would then be in the same uncle who would bad mouth to you is now being made a party to come and discuss issues that affect you.
Yeah.
That is now the contemporary world that we are living in, and it's also, that's why we are having a lot of mismatch in everything that we do.
I have seen.
Yeah.
I have.
Before we go to the contemporary,
Yes,
before we get to that point, maybe you can explain who exactly pays the dowry. Is it the guy who is marrying or is it the parent?
Usually, traditionally, dowry was paid by the parent. If I'm getting
My
married,
friend,
Wait.
yes,
You mean now that I have a son,
yes,
when his time comes to marry, I am the me.
Wewe ndo
Me,
unatoa
I am the
dowry.
one to pay dowry.
traditionally it is you. But in this case, you see, again, traditionally, a mother may not be the right person to do that.
But I am a single parent.
It doesn't matter. What you have is that you have brothers.
Oh,
Your brother should,
They are not my brothers.
your brother should step in. Your brother is the assumed father to your son. So it's not you. You may not be able to directly participate. And but now things are now changing. You realize that there are even scenarios where the lady herself is paying her own dowry.
Hey, God forbid.
In this sense,
I pay my dowry.
in this sense, we have monetized.
Why?
Why would they do
Why
that?
clarify that.
Yes, let me say this. I want to marry you. for
Yes.
example. I don't have the money that your parents are demanding. Sasa tumekuja kwenu, our party has come to your place. Wamekuja wamedemand. Huyu mtoto mkojo alikojolea matrizi yetu sana, 10,000, sijui shuka 10,000, mbuzi 100, 1 million, all that stuff. Na kabla mfanye harusi, we want a down payment. That is now the current world we are in. So, how much is the deposit? Give us 500,000. This lady wants Lily to get married, but the guy doesn't have the money, so she doesn't want to lose the money. So what happens? This lady goes behind the back, he takes a loan, or her savings, gives the mujama, the jama goes and gives the father comes and gives your father. At the end of the day, it is this lady who is paying her dowry. And that is now what Paula is asking. That's the modernity that we are now.
Basi, if my guy is not able and we love each other and we are willing to stay together, why can't we wait? Why can't the little we have, we build ourselves and then we come and say we are here?
Give just the dowry later kabisa.
You see now, we may now be departing from the discussion of dowry to now marriage.
Okay.
Because now, I don't know whether it is on this platform where we can discuss that or we can do it at a later date. But I always believe the moment we started discussing dowry on monetary terms, we lost it. The moment our parents started looking at their daughters in terms of a prized bull in the family, that is how we lost it.
What happened? Did we lose it?
Because we have become too commercial. We always look at everything around us with some value. We attach a value to everything around us. You see, even your father will look at you and start imagining that you have enough to build me a house.
Yes.
No. So that is how we lost it. And that is now again what is now bringing the marriages that we are having to a collapse. Because if I come to your place, mi nakupenda tunapendana. Your father or maybe the party, your party now sits and discusses your value. And they bring it to like 500,000. And I pay a deposit, at least a 10% to that person.
Yeah.
Am I really giving a token of appreciation, or I am paying for the value of that human being? So kama nimelipa na nimeitishwa hata deposit, hata nimepatiwa ile namba haina fuliza na nimeweka huko.
Unalipa na M-Pesa dowry?
Yes, na nimelipa. Now, do you think I'll have any respect to my wife and her relatives?
No.
After all, I've even seen where people even pay full and final. Unahesabiwa inafika a few million, a few hundred of thousands, the guy issues a check.
Yeah.
Unapatiwa. So, si tumemalizana, nitakuja kwenu kufanya nini tena? I have paid for your value. So, what I've carried home,
no happiness.
What I've carried home is not a wife.
Yeah.
I've carried home a commodity. So I can be able to hack this commodity. I can be able to use the commodity, abuse it, misuse it. Yeah.
Who has lost this value?
But now,
yes.
but now, this is okay. Is it up to that woman that the commodity, as you're saying, it's not up to her? Hii ni kitu imefanywa on behalf of her.
Yes.
Why would you treat her in that way?
It is as a result of now our parents. I started by saying our parents have put a lot of emphasis on
money.
That's why once they start doing this to you, however much I love my wife or the girl I'm dating, but now the parents have made me start changing the perspective of how I used to look at her. I'm now viewing her with a very different lens from the one I used when we first met. Because now the way your party behaved towards me has even started making me lose a lot of taste. So tukienda naye kwangu nyumbani, tukikosana kidogo, my mind now flashes back. Huyo bibi ananitusi akijua how much I paid kwao. You know? That is now where we are, and I think as a society we have lost it. Yes.
People like our director,
Yes.
people like already have predetermined approach to it. Like they think, hata kama anafanya nini, ashanunua the wife.
Hata kama ni hiyo mbuzi moja inapeana.
They have that predetermined. Hata kama tunasema, we might come here and give them the whole process, but they already have a predetermined mentality on the whole dowry thing. Because
also, even the men that we have around, I started by saying they have also lost those values. Either they were not instilled in them. You see, one things that happened when we were growing up, I say we were brought up.
Yes.
We were brought up because there were people involved in our growth who guided us through life. Now, today, we are seeing children who are now growing up. There is no one to bring them up. The teachers have stopped being role models and they are chasing marks in scores. The parents are too busy working out there because according to them, they need to also bring bread. So we have let these children grow and adventure for themselves. Now, those values that are supposed to be inculcated in us are now lacking. So we don't have that the wholesome man that we once had. So they are now even the gentlemanness. Away from that, when we were growing up, we were told that when I am with a lady, it is the responsibility of me as a man to pay the bills.
Yes.
It has now been lost.
It should.
Naambia nasikia jamaa anaambia dem, let's go Spanish.
Yes.
You know? And you still want to be recognized as I mean not Spanish, Dutch, yes, Dutch. 50-50. Ama lipa yako ni lipa yangu. And this is a jamaa.
Kwani mnadate akina nani huko nje?
Number.
I can't relate.
How many jamas open car doors for their girlfriend or for not girlfriend, for a lady? A lady
very few.
I'm a high value man.
How many will pull a chair for a lady? Or even take your jacket? How many?
For real, you've met one?
Yes.
Who takes your jacket? Ukikuja kwake should be at the door. Should wait for you at the door. Takes your jacket.
You need go bad.
Bado hujafika hapo.
Now, guys.
Now, you should do it not because it's hard.
Did you do it?
I used to do it.
What
happened?
I also don't know. And even when I married, we used to call each other sweetheart.
Sai, mnaitana mama nani?
After hiyo sasa we stopped calling mama
Mnaitana
Kawela.
aje?
We. Niwe naambia. Niwe naongelesha.
Ako mnoko.
That is how we evolve.
So, basing ourselves on whatever we are discussing today, I ask our friends, what should dowry be abolished, moderated, or tuendelee tu vile maisha inatusukuma hivyo? And kuna vile they said, let's see what they said.
Dowry. Well, I don't think we should really abolish it because again, if we abolish it, what do we replace it with? That would be another question.
Simajua, you see, we are all already taking westernization way too far.
And you see now, a lady of your age should now be servicing a second marriage. If you are really borrowing from them, by the time you approach your 30th birthday, you should be in your second marriage. Yeah, because for them again, there is nothing that keeps them together. You see, my wife can be able to go to have a side chick there and don't even hide it. You can even document. Nakwambia leo, take care of yourself. I'm going to see my boyfriend out there. Now, the other day I kuja kwambia, you see what? I think we need a divorce. I have found better love out there.
To them, divorce is just
it's anything. You know, so I think we should now try retracing our steps such that we can now start putting some value, not monetary value, but value into the institution. That is why now we will be able to have some bit of respect for each other. Because we are not marrying for a season, we are marrying for a lifetime. Because like now, if I woke up and told my wife to walk out, she's in her 40s, walk out to where? To go do what? Where? She has invested all her youth and her life and everything in that home. She doesn't have any other home. That's the home she knows. So you are telling her, go away, wapi. So, and until we try to walk back and try to find out where this lane started beating us, that's the moment now when we are likely to have marriages that can last, and we can also have marriages that can have value. Yes.
So one of them said, let the man decide when he's ready and let him give what he has.
Yes, that is very true. we should not try to bring in a script. For me to be able to marry, these are the bare minimums. No. I think we should craft it in such a way that any appreciation should be seen as an appreciation. Don't tell me to bring in, 20 goats, whereas I can't even afford one for myself. Leave alone for giving away for one that I want to keep. That moment where our parents, we as the parents, can be able to appreciate the little we get from them. And we also need to show them a lot of love. That way, if my father-in-law shows me love, I will now be able to love the daughter. But if he shows me hostility, I'll carry that hostility to the daughter.
Lakini uongo. Siku hizi, my father may show you a lot of love, but you're not like there. You're just a zombie.
You feel whatever he's giving you you are right. It's like he has a right to show me love, but I have no right to show the daughter love. That is now where I will say the society is decaying every day. Because the moment we as men stop looking at the ladies that we date or marry, we stop looking at them like human beings, our equal. We start seeing them like objects, even for lack of a better word, sexual objects. Yeah?
Director is laughing. Because
yes. Yeah, that is what is happening. When I see my wife, what do I see in her? I will say this. However much we may disagree with my wife, at least there was one remaining bit that I cannot change, is the mother to my child.
What if you don't have children? What if you don't have children and you're married?
If we don't have children and we are married, then again, this is the home we know. We are stakeholders to this home and we hold this home in equal shares. Hii maneno ya kusema hii nyumba ni yangu, ni mimi nilijenga, hata hakuna nduru yako iko hapo, now you are losing it. You should differentiate between a house and a home.
Yes.
Ulijenga nyumba, mimi na wewe tukajenga boma.
Yes.
So I have made emotional contribution to the home. You have made financial contribution to the house.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I hope our director is all ears and you out there. Another one said dowry is an appreciation. A man who doesn't want to pay dowry simply doesn't value you. The discussion should evolve around how much is too much or too little. Let someone give what is within their limit. Si kufinywa. The wife should also guide her parents on what to ask for, since she knows what the husband can comfortably afford. Ebu unganisha na hii mwingine amemuuliza, how does the lady show the guy's parent that he values their son?
Simple. I agree with the first statement by the first comment, but I disagree with the first one and I agree with the last one. The first one is, she's trying to say that whichever way it is done, there must be something that should be given. Yes, we should give, but again, we should not try to give like we are selling a human being.
Yes, I agree.
We are giving because we are appreciated.
Yes.
Then on this other one, yes, let us give what is commensurate.
Let me cut short.
Yes.
Now, we are giving a man,
Yes.
According to our tradition, a man is giving
Yes.
to show appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
What will I give to show appreciation? Since we said
Reciprocal, what are you getting yourself?
Yes, because we are in this together.
Yeah.
Na sisi wote we are equal.
It's very simple. You see, I am taking you to come live with me. You are not taking me to come and live with you. Now, when you come here, what are you bringing kwangu? Utanizalia watoto. You know, wives, traditionally, wives were homemakers. Anakuja hapo, you will clean for me, cook for me, make babies for me, you know, ile allow me to be not ile ya kusema unapikiwa chakula, unakula chakula alafu unaanza kukula upishi. Unaona that one? And that is the package you are taking home. Now, hilo ingine ya kusema huyu as the parents, I mean mimi kama kijana, what is the value my parents are getting? They are getting a lot. Huyu wamepewa mtoto. Huyu wamepewa mtoto. A whole human being. A whole human being there. Remember, you will not only take care of me, but you are also indirectly taking care of my parents.
Another one, kuna wengine walisema dowry should be inaitwaje ile kurudishwa, moderated,
refunded
and
well, traditionally wakati wa our grandparents, dowry would be refunded, where if a marriage has broken down irretrievably, and the lady has gone back to her parents, and she really needs to contract another marriage, that dowry must be refunded, and that lady cannot be able to marry another man until that has been done, and the father cannot sit to preside another dowry negotiations with another party, whereas he has still eaten from another one, and that was an abomination. He cannot, and there was that assumption that if he ever did that, many things, calamities can befall that family. So mpaka kwanza mrudishe ile mlikula, ndio sasa mkule hii ingine. Yeah, those, and it is believed those who have eaten, there is a lot that is said. I will not name names, but I want people, persons being mentioned, we are kulia mtoto wake mara mbili. That is why you see ABCD is happening in the family. So that's, yes, dowry was refundable, but the way I'm seeing these things happen these days is different. Now, there is also another way of doing it. I witnessed an instance where there is one lady who was married in a family, then the husband died. Now she could not continue living there, but dowry, remember, had been paid. She could not continue living in that home. She really wanted to move on and get married. So what they did, the party that was marrying, now this other man who is marrying her, they came to negotiate the dowry with the mother-in-law. Mama mzee huyu jamaa alikufa is the one who received the dowry. So she can invite the biological parents to this lady to be present during the negotiations and even share whatever, but she's the one who is hosting.
Ebu imagine,
yes.
Mimi tumekosana na bwana yangu, if I'm married, tumekosana na yeye, bad blood, that one was death. Bad blood. How will that happen?
Presently, I don't know that they are really doing it, because now I'm saying we monetized everything. So I'm even wondering, hata mimi saa hii nikiambiwa ni refund kama milioni nitatoa wapi? But then kama utarudisha na and this lady must really get married, then usiitishe. It's the same way as mimi kama sijalipa dowry ya my wife. If I've not attempted paying and I have a daughter and she wants to get married, remember, I cannot receive any dowry.
So who will receive the dowry for your daughter?
No, you will, because he has.
For me, in that scenario, I need first to run and pay.
If you don't have the money to pay and sasa ndo watu wanakuja.
You can attempt paying. Naweza kimbia huko na mbuzi moja ipatiane. Hiyo that will be assumed that nimeanza kulipa. So I can now have to qualify to sit and.
Na sasa kama tuseme you demise and sasa there is someone else who's supposed to you, but before you're dead you didn't pay.
Now my people, my clan or my family should pay for me. They are the people who should
pay. Is it your son, your elder son?
Na tunaongelea sasa the daughter haizi kula za
siwezi kula. So what can do, my brother, if I am deceased, my brother has predeceased me. Anaweza kimbia huko aende alipe. Then remember now my brother now is assumed to be now the father to my daughter. Sasa yeye ndiye ataenda alipe mali yangu huko, so that he can now qualify to receive ingine ya my daughter. Yeah.
Okay. So guys,
ngoja kidogo.
Yes, as director.
Yes.
What if sasa more dem and then hawajamaliza kulipa dowry but dem akakufa?
Yes, that is a marriage. hata kama dema amekufa, like remember she was married to you kwa sababu there was dowry that was paid. Sasa kama amekufa na ulikuwa umelipa dowry, in this case unataka kuoa tena, what do you want?
He wants to marry
again.
Nothing stops you from marrying because you amekufa.
Do you still continue paying dowry?
To the other family. No. But now that is for us, no. But for Luo community, they used to encourage that you marry the sister so that you can continue paying. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
But huku kwetu, you can't pay dowry and you are no longer receiving
But
the
I
service.
know families where people have married, brothers have married from the same
Brothers are married from sisters.
sister. I know of a family.
Like my brother Deno and Jagger, they are marrying sisters.
Yeah.
So well, what happens during the negotiations
No,
and what not?
it's a case by case. Unajua watakuwa na kwani wataenda kufanyiwa nini the same day.
Customary, is it allowed away?
No, nothing stops you. Nothing
Kumbe
stops you.
nazala.
I also saw a scenario here in this chuka where the father and the son married sisters. Yes, they married sisters. That may not be allowed. That may because
Just
now
incest.
that is not incest. It doesn't have a word, but customarily it was wrong. It was wrong because my father, let's say like now in my case where my aunties, it's like now me marrying my auntie because dada ya mama yangu ni auntie yangu, so seriously mimi naoa ni kama mimi nimeoa mama yangu. Your auntie is more or less your mother.
Sasa huyu msichana ameoa
Mamako mdogo. Sasa ukioa sasa mimi na huyu baba aoe mama na mimi nioe mama mdogo, that is wrong.
Huyu msichana ameolewa anaita sister yake aje mother-in-law ama sister-in-law.
That's a problem now. Hata watoto wajui sasa huyu ni nyanya yangu ama ni auntie yangu. It will bring a lot of confusion.
Anyway guys, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you have learned. This one was not ilikuwa ya mchezo, ilikuwa ya kusoma.
Mlipe dowry.
I hope you've learned on dowry, how it used to happen, how it's happening, and guys, tafadhali mlipe dowry, ubadilishe mienendo.
Be high value men.
Yes.
And start paying dowry.
Yes, please. Mlipe dowry, mbadilishe hiyo mienendo ya. And dowry does not mean you're marrying. I hope that's the main point you're buying. That's the main point you're supposed to get from this.
Ati dowry means you're buying.
Nimesema dowry doesn't mean you're buying.
Oh.
Yes, doesn't mean you're buying the woman. Yes, so this is episode 3. It's a wrap, and guys, tulisema tuko hapa Enlightened Generations International. This is a place where they take care of kids, they take care of women, they take care of cases such as GBV, FGM, all those cases, and you can support them by helping, by donating to them. You can donate food stuff, you can donate clothes, you can donate diapers, you can donate anything that you have, you can even donate money. We will have their number down below where you can talk to them in case you have anything that you want to donate. Yes, so this video is a wrap. See you in our next video. I hope you like, share and subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Kwaheri.